what's up to. I don't gotta say hey. Now I don't gotta act like I fuck with you. Bitch, I'm already paid. And if you talk shit, then it's up with you. And that's where it's gonna stay. Yeah, cause I ain't gotta act like I fuck with you. Cause I'm already paid. Cause I got your bitch now in love with me. And I'm in this bitch now, it's getting ugly.
This game is getting ugly.
Now in love with me. And I'm in this bitch now, it's getting ugly.
Dude, this game is ugly. Can I tell you, I'm in one of my $100 leagues. I was up, I want to say 29 points, 30 points. All they had left is the Cowboys D. I had Saquon Barkley. I was a 99% favorite to win. 99% favorite to win. Right now, it's currently, I got to pull it up. He's actually, I still have a 78% chance to win. But he's up 96.7 to 95.96 because the Dallas D has 32 points. Saquon Barkley has 6 points. Yeah, it's literally like, so you're saying there's a chance. Like, I was like, anything can happen. But, you know, like, if you're up 6 and you have Barkley, you're like, man, I hate to see him, like, fumble and take a lot. Like, even then, you're safe, right? You're up 6. You got Barkley. And they have a D. It's like, all right, what's the, you know, maybe the D outscores, but 30, what is it? It's 28 point difference right now. Tua, you think? It's not Kenny Pickett? I have way too many shares of Kenny Pickett as my backup. I'm not worried yet. It's week 1. It's wild. Wild week. Let's do some wild card. 1, 2, 3 to the left, 4, 5, 6 to the right. To the right, to the right. We'll do these other 4 boxes. I don't know this. Excuse me. Sorry. This second player break took a little bit while to fill. Well, not while, but longer than I thought. So we may not do this one as a player break. We may do it as a random teams. I don't know. Maybe we'll do it as mixers. I mean, listen. Everyone's got to... Here's the problem. People used to actually play in the preseason for like a week, right? Like week 3 of the preseason before week 4 used to always be like, hey, the starters are going to play the first half. Now a lot of these guys don't play. When they do play, they're playing against cookie-cutter defenses. They're running their vanilla offenses. And, you know, we don't know any... So this, to a lot of people, is... Week 1 is get the kinks out. Which is why when the NFL schedules some of these... I am an advocate that I don't think you should play a divisional game in week 1. There are too many other teams on your schedule, whether it's out of your division or out of your conference. A divisional game shouldn't happen on week 1. Not since they changed the preseason. And I'm not saying that because the Bills play the Jets. Like, I'm excited for that game. It is what it is. I mean, it's always a fun game, right? But why? You don't need to. There's enough games that you can play a non-divisional or even a non-conference game in week 1. Let's start it out with Jair Brown. I don't know how to say that. I messed that up bad. We're just going to move on, and we're going to give that card to Jim Larson because that's who has that guy. What do you guys think? Are you happy they have divisional matchups? I mean, if you won today and you won a divisional matchup, you love it, right? You're like, yeah, hell yeah, one of our divisions out, especially if it was an away game. If you took away win week 1, you're like, hell yeah. Like the Raiders did with the Broncos. Weren't they in Denver for that game? Or was that I think that was in Denver, right? and this one was 4 out of 5. This Devin Witherspoon is out of 15, and that's going to go out to Carl. He got a nice Anthony Richardson last break. It does. The schedule was great today. I mean, but to be honest, the best game wasn't even a divisional game. It was Miami and LA. You know what I mean? Like, there you go. But, like, it is what it is. They're not going to change it. What's the under tomorrow? I think that's a good bet. Xavier Hutchinson, 2 out of 5 going out to Chris Taylor. There's only one of them, Chris. Promise. Chris Taylor, Xavier Hutchinson, 2 out of 5. See, I think, like I said last break, if you didn't hear me last break, I think my issue is like today felt weird. I was driving home. I was watching. I'll show you my setup, but don't tell the cops. DeJuan Jones. That's going to be 5 out of 6 DeJuan Jones. And that's going to be going out to Dougie Berger. So my wife was like, I'm really tired. I'm like, it's all right. You can sleep on the way home. We stopped at Buffalo Wild Wings on the way home, which was pretty cool. We got to watch the games. We grabbed a burger. It was like a 3.5 hour drive home. But I got to see if I can show you my setup on the ride. This is me driving on the way home. Tablet on the dash, so I can still see the road. You know, I didn't want to hide my phone. My wife was watching it, not me. Nah, man. I listen. Roger. Honestly, I don't want to be negative, but I'm not betting any money on the Bills. I don't know how that game's going to go. I said we could lose by 20, and I'm not going to be okay with it. But I'm not going to be like, oh, man, we suck. The season's over. Burn it all down. Fire the coaches. Josh Allen sucks. Like, it's week 1. I mean, Josh Allen got to throw like 4 passes in the preseason. It's just there's gonna be cobwebs. 6 out of 6. Donovan Mooten. Mariah Rooker. Welcome, Mariah. Thanks for joining. I tried to tag you, but it wouldn't tag. Not too early to hop on the Dolphins bandwagon. I'd rather watch soccer. And another Muhammad Ibrahim. 4 out of 8 on this one. And this one's going to be going out to Don Wiley. We had a 1-on-1 of him last break. I love, so far my favorite parallels are these like stone ones. And that's all we, and we didn't get any of the other ones that I really like in this one. So set that one off the side. That's one of my favorite parallels. Let's go to box 2. Oh, I start my push-ups tomorrow, Don. First week of Bills, man. We get the push-ups going. Tomorrow's my first day of my winter push-up challenge. Well, fall, I guess. No more, man. It's been wild weekends for me. I'm like blessed. I got to take my kids on a trip. I went to see Aerosmith last night. You know, like it's just been every weekend we've been away with something. My wife and I said on the way home, all right, we're taking 3-4 weekends without going anywhere. Soccer games only. So I will be around. It's gonna feel good. Brenton Strange, everyone needs a little strange. 2 out of 5. That's going to be going out to Tim Scully. And that's the thing, man. Remember when they said that Jamar Chase, this guy either can't write or he really wants to write his name strange well. He's a Penn State dude, too. Here's the thing. Remember when they said Jamar Chase wasn't going to be able to catch the ball because he's not used to playing with a ball with no lines. And, you know, Joe Burrow had small hands and wasn't going to be able to throw the ball. Wasn't that Joe Burrow? I know it was Kenny Pickett too, but wasn't Joe Burrow dealt with that too, remember? Christian Gonzalez, 7 out of 10, going out to Carl Roberts. Maybe it was just Pickett with 4 shots. Yeah, we got started a little late. We'll drink them this week. Christian Gonzalez goes out to Carl. Bungles scored 3 points. I know. It's a wacky week, man. And you know, unfortunately some of your teams let you down so much. Here we go. This guy scored a touchdown this week. Rashee Rice for the Kansas City Chiefs. He may end up having to catch all their balls since no one else can. Dougie, you're on a roll with this dude. Rashee Rice, you got a nice one out of Elite the other day too. So you got to be feeling, you know, listen, if you're a Niners fan, you were like, dang it, we really botched our franchise. We traded all this for Trey Lance, only got a 4th round pick. And then I just read tonight that then you draft Brock Purdy with the very last pick in the last round, Mr. Irrelevant, the first quarterback ever to win his first 6 starts, a passer rating above 95, and throw 2 touchdowns in every game of his first 6 games. That's bonkers, right? That's a bonker stat. Derek Parrish, and those are all separate stats. Tim Scully, I mean, Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant. And the only problem with this is, how long is this dude going to play until he's like, listen, man, you know, if the Niners go 6-0, is he like, I need money. Like, I've won 12 games in a row. I'm getting paid nothing. I was at Mr. Irrelevant. Like, they're like, I need money. Does he do that? Does he just say, I'm not playing until you pay me? Like, middle season. Or do you think he plays for nothing and risks it and maybe gets in the off season? What do you think? Jaden Reed, 7 out of 8. That's going to be Don Wiley. There you go. Did he end up getting anything? I know there was talks of him possibly getting some action with Christian Gonzalez out. We saw earlier Luke Musgrave did all right. He got 8 catches for 50 yards. Let me just see real quick. I was curious about him. Big upset there. I'm not a big upset. I don't know what the line was, but Packers 38-20 over the Bears. Kind of surprising. Jaden Reed, 2 for 48, 6.8 fantasy points. So not bad. Jaden Reed goes out too. That's going to be Don Wiley. Oh, stop. You guys need to stop with that. If you're so certain of that, all you guys, go ahead and bet every Bengals fan in here that the Steelers will finish ahead of the Bengals. Do it right now. I want to see it. Y'all are sour because you don't have a Joe Burrow, and you got to stop. You sound ridiculous. You sound like a clown, those of you guys doing that. I'm just being honest. 3 out of 3, Dalton Kincaid, and I got to give a big FU out to Fantasy Pros. I got to give a big FU out to Fantasy Pros and say, thank you for telling me to sit Kincaid to play Okonkwo and Juwan Johnson. Now, let me see what Juwan Johnson did before I say that. Kincaid, they're like, don't play him. They told me to take him out. Yeah, I don't think Juwan Johnson got anything either. Wait, let me see. Maybe he did. He did. 3 for 36. So you got me 6.6 points. So we'll hold on to the FU and see. But they did tell me to play Okonkwo over him too, who got 0 points. I don't even know if he got a target. Ryan Tannehill might be the worst starting quarterback in the NFL right now. 16 for 34, 198 yards, 3 interceptions, sacked 3 times, quarterback rating of 28.8. And they did not pull him. Granted, they drafted Malik Willis last year, Will Levis this year, and they let Ryan Tannehill throw over half his passes in completion. He was complete for 16, incomplete for 18, under 200 yards. He is literally the reason they lost the game. I like Ryan Tannehill as a human being. He doesn't seem like a bad guy, but he has no business in there right now. Give him another week, whatever. Do what you want to do. But eventually that's going to be expired. He's been mediocre. He's never been this bad. This is not mediocre. This is piss poor. He does not have a career 28.8 passer rating. Listen, and it's it's the Saints D is the D I told you guys to draft. Their matchups for the first 6 weeks, I think it is, are just they only got me 10 points. They don't have like an outstanding D. But listen to the schedule. They played the Titans this week, did all right. They play the Panthers next week, maybe not too bad. Then the Packers, okay. But the Bucks, who only put up 20 against the Vikes, that was enough to win. The Pats, the Texans, then the Jags, but then they get the Colts. Like, if they can't handle those teams on D, so hopefully some of you guys are smart enough to go out there and get the Saints D for your team. One of my biggest regrets in one of my dynasty leagues, right before today started, I needed to get a kicker, which I think are stupid in fantasy, especially dynasty leagues. And I dropped Jordan Love because I already had 2 other quarterbacks, and I'm like, you know what? Who knows what's going to happen with him? Let's just drop him. So I dropped Jordan Love to pick up a kicker, and the dude looks like he can ball. Quentin Johnston, 6 out of 7. Did he do anything today? I'm sorry, guys. I like to look this stuff up. I'm intrigued by this stuff. Chargers putting up 34 points wasn't enough because the Dolphins put up 36, although Herbert tried to make a little run at the end there. Quentin Johnson, 2 out of 6. Eckler, just a monster day. 16 for 117 yards. He averaged 7.3 yards per carry. He also had 47 yards in the passing game with 4 receptions. Eckler, number 1 off the board, right? Should be. No, Christian McCaffrey had a day too. But Eckler right up there with him. Jim Larson taking this one down. This is a cool card with the purple. Yeah, Jamie, you are coming off a little bit like, the person who had a bad day at work, so you came home and had a beer and beat the people in your house because you took it out on them. Listen, it's not our fault you had a bad day. Stop taking it out on us. Just because you say it doesn't make it true. Torrey and Perry going out too. You can pick on me tomorrow if the Bills lose. You can use me as your punching bag. But a lot of your points are null and void. You just sound like a... You just sound a little bitter. Torian Perry going out to Alex Regal. That's going to be 6 out of 8. I did not win money today. I lost money today. I did not do well. I needed Najee Harris. Najee Harris can't run for... I think he had his eyes taped shut. I bet Christian McCaffrey to score, Brandon Ayuk to score, Najee Harris to score a touchdown. The Niners took care of business. I would have won $180, I think it was. Just needed Najee to get in. Nah, that seems really hard for a starting running back in this league. Cheapers, creepers. Josh Downs. Killing me, Najee. This is why I didn't draft you. Ricky Stone out of 2. What the heck was he doing today, Jamie? Maybe you can enlighten me. Well, you know what though, Josh? I know you asked me Najee or the receiver for the Chargers, and I told you Najee. I think they scored exactly the same amount of points. Jake Moody. Oh, these have drafted by on the back. I didn't notice that. So these will have teams on the back. All right. Dude, that's kind of sharp because we can go off the checklist then. Very cool. Jake, because we'll go off their drafted. Whatever it says on it, we can go off of it since it's on the card. But it doesn't matter now. We know he kicked some today. What was there, like 14 new kickers in the league kicking today? Mariah Rooker, is it? Let me see. Jake Moody, and this is a 6 out of 7. Really sharp looking card. I love kicker cards. You know that. Jake Moody going out to Mariah Rooker. All right, that post-it note is bad. Oh, London. Yeah, my sister had London. She's like, 0? And her 2 quarterbacks she got to choose from were Kirk Cousins and Kenny Pickett. She's like, my team's so bad. She normally does well. So this doesn't say drafted by. We'd have to check that. Some of them may not have been. Daniel Barker goes out to Alex Regal. 3 out of 5. All right, we need a big one here. Is you calling Gibbies right now? 101 Gibbs? No, it is not. It is a rookie score, though. 3 out of 4. Rashee Rice. And that goes out to Dougie. And this is a really cool parallel. Man, our other one had better names in it. There you go, Doug. All right, other one had better names in it. But wait, we have one more box, and there's 4 more in here. We've only had one of the top QBs, so we're due for one right here. Yeah, because the Falcons did well. How about Tyler Algier? How many of you guys drafted him in the 8th round? So there's how you win your draft right there. Again, who knows? There's a lot of the league left. Don't get me wrong. But that could potentially be a league winner. You go 0 RB maybe. You draft 2 wide receivers. You get maybe a quarterback. You go with an early tight end. And then you get, even Aaron Jones is going fairly late this year. You get him 4th or 5th round, and your backup or your second running back is Tyler Algier, and he plays like this all year. Holy shit! There's how you win your league. You got guys like maybe Tyreek Hill and CeeDee Lamb as your I don't know if you get him on the way back, but you know what I'm saying. You can do that, but you have to hit those. You have to hit those lucky hits right there. And then Ayuk, I have a lot of shares of, man. I love Ayuk this year. I felt like Debo was going, that goes to Chris Taylor there with the Tyler Scott. I felt like Debo was going a little bit high still, so I went Ayuk for the value, and it paid off. Bryce Ford Wheaton. Again, it's the first week. We don't know. A lot can change. I'm not going to be like, oh, I drafted so well. Brandon Taniyama with this one, 3 out of 8. All right. And we have Jair Brown, another one there. A little bit of repetition this one. Not as much as the other product we did. That's going to go out to Jim Larson. Like I said, you know what? I have other product coming tomorrow again. More of the other stuff. Maybe we'll do a mixer with some of this too. And do it as a team mix. Princeton Fant. That's a cool card. 8 out of 8 with the parallel there. It mixes well. Princeton Fant. That's going to be going out to James Eisman. You're on the board, James. James, are you in here? You are. What is Figment? I saw your post and I messaged my wife. I thought I read something about Figment having meet and greets. So is that new? And if so, was it really 5 hours to meet him today? Oh, this dude's on a PED suspension right now, but who knows? Derek Carr didn't impress today for sure. Jake Hayner of the Saints, that's going to be going out to Slam. I mean, we waited 2 hours to meet Jack and Sally, but man, 5 hours to meet Figment. All right, last card, man. We need a big one here because this break has not been as good as the last one, and it's not going to be as big as I had hoped, but it is a 1 out of 7. Very cool color. Nolan Smith from the Philadelphia Eagles, and it does say drafted by Philadelphia on it. I like that they have that. Ricky Stone getting that one. So although the other product had a little bit worse correlation, we had some repeat names, Ritters and stuff. They were some of the good names. This is spread out a little bit more, but because of that, you're not seeing as many of the big names. Oh, he took over Vanellope. So Vanellope's done? We wonder why we didn't see her. We met Joy. Yeah, I heard, Corey. I heard people are chasing that hard. We didn't get any of it because nobody wanted the Onyx, so we didn't get any. And now I'm sure it's skyrocketed. So whoever was smart enough to buy some, I'm sure they're thankful they got some of it. Yeah, we didn't get any of that. We have the 21 Onyx Vintage, but not that's in the collegiate, the green boxes. Nolan Smith going out to Ricky Stone. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I have the other ones over here. That goes out to Ricky. We are giving away 2 pick'em spots, so don't go anywhere. Jake Hayner for the Saints going out to Slam. Princeton Fant for James Eisman. Jair Brown, the Jim Larson. Bryce Ford Wheaton going out to Brandon Taniyama. Tyler Scott going out to Chris Taylor. We have the Daniel Barker going out to Alex Regal. Atorian Perry going out to Alex Regal. Derek Parrish going out to Tim Scully. And Christian Gonzalez to Carl Roberts. Now we have we bought the Onyx. I had bought Onyx the last couple years. I didn't buy the collegiate because I bought the pro stuff. So this is the one we got. We have the 21. Or is it 20? Onyx vintage football, but the collegiate scared me because I was afraid of the NIL aspect of it. Look at it. You're talking deep players, and but this has like Justin Herbert in it, and some of the stuff he did in 22 had Josh Allen in it too, but we didn't get any of that either. I did that stacker. Christian Gonzalez, Brennan Strange going out to Tim Scully, Muhammad Ibrahim going out to Don Wiley. DeJuan Jones, Doug Berger, Xavier Hutchinson to Chris Taylor, Devin Witherspoon to Carl Roberts, and Jair Brown to Jim Larson. Did we already do that one? And here we go. The Rashi Rice out of 4 going out to Doug Berger. Jake Moody, cool kicker card there. He had a good day. Mariah Rooker. We got the Josh Downs out of 2 going out to Ricky. Did he do anything today? I want to look up him real quick. That Colts game. That Jags game and the Redskins game, or the Commanders game, was scaring me for a while. No, I don't see his name on here. He did. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did. 3 for 30. 3 for 30 for Downs today. Not bad. We had the Quentin Johnson going out to Jim Larson. That's going to be out of 7. Dalton Kincaid out of 3 going out to Jeremy Wilson. Oh, happy birthday, Jeremy. I just heard that it was your birthday. Yeah, Chris, they did it this year again, too, pretty much. All his good stuff. They came in and bought them all out. Those Josh Allens are worth so much more than what he was selling them for now. It's crazy. Jaden Reed going out to Don Wiley. That's out of 8. Rashi Rice, 6 out of 6. And then Donovan Mutin, that is our 6 out of 6. No, I don't think we had 101 in that one. We had 2 in the last one. So I think the last 4 boxes are probably going to have something in it, but we may use them in mixers just for the sake of... I don't want to like sit on a player break all day. The Big 40. I'll be joining you this year, man. Jeremy, do anything special today, dude? That's crazy. Like, did anyone throw you a party or anything? I gotta ask. Was it a good day? Is it bittersweet? Are you just like one of those dudes that don't care? Top 2 win week 2 pick 'em. Oh, mineral 5, not 8. That's only on the list. Was your day? Did you feel at least special today? Yeah, I went back to buy that 1 of 1. It's on eBay now. The guy on eBay wants I think $1,400 for it. Chris, Doug Berger and Mariah Rooker. So Doug, you already have a week 2 spot, so we're gonna move you right into Pick'em week 3. That's how it works. That way you don't have repeat spots. You don't get screwed over. And then so forth and so on. And then 6, Mariah Rooker. Oh, your wife did a surprise party. Was it fun? You have a good time? Y'all, was that this weekend or tonight or what? Is the Cowboys game back on? I turned it off. Oh my gosh. Sanders base cards. That's funny. I want to watch what these things go for. So, Corey, it's funny you say about those boxes. I saw that earlier. I was driving home from New York. One sold September 6th for $35. One sold August 18th for $20 a box. One sold for $26, $23, $22, $29, $21.50, $25, $39, $29. Here, 6 of them together sold for $60. So $10 a box plus 15 shipping. So $13 a box. People crack me up. All right, hold on. Now let's see what they're going for. There's one on bid right now. There's a buy it now for $48, so they're not ridiculous. $50. So they're not like $100 a box. I thought they were going to go like nuts. Someone has a graded base card. This is interesting. Just a base card. First rookie card. It did get a PSA 10, which isn't easy out of those cards. They're very thin. The corners can go bad. The cuts are like... For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, I'll show you real quick. This right here. To get a PSA 10 on that card is pretty rare. It really is. But... It's just funny. Hot auction. The thing is, what's happening with this kind of stuff, though, is, unfortunately, is like, people will just bid this up and not end up paying. They'll want to set a comp because they have them. And so people will bid them up. Yeah, they're like $50 now, Corey. She had beer, so it was a good time. That's right. Yeah, the autos are all auction. I was looking at what sold. That PSA 10 is interesting. I was looking up the boxes of the cards. But yeah, I'm going to lose my fantasy game because of the defense. All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys go, and I'm going to cry because this is my $100 league. I'm texting my dad to complain about this game. All right, guys, I'll see you all tomorrow. Go Bills. I'll be a little train wreck tomorrow, so be ready for it. I'm nervous.